Hi, and welcome to Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I'll be doing a collective love reading. Now, love specifically because this morning, when I got up after dreaming and meditating, I got the distinct feeling that I needed to do a counterpart reading, a love reading, a soulmate reading, twin flame, red thread of fate, whatever you want to call it. So that's the reading I'm going to do for the collective. So if you've been here before, you'll know that I've been putting in chapter markers. So if you want to move to the pre-shuffle or the reading proper, they're there for you to utilize. But if this is the first time you're with me, thanks for stopping by. I'm just going to do my little tarot intro. It's not too long. Just wanted to make sure that certain things are understood. Tarot and oracles are tools for self-reflection. They're meant to help guide you when you're making decisions with your own inner moral compass about things that you're pursuing in accordance to your own particular brand of happiness. I work with my spirits and ancestors and the energies around me. And so when a card comes out, I feel like it's divinely guided and I interpret it as such. And I'll say this card came out because it represents this theme, this archetype, these cycles. It's up to you as a viewer to say, does that resonate with me? Does it touch on some deep truth that perhaps maybe I wasn't quite looking at? Or if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. It is a collective read. It's not for everyone because I'm tapping into a lot of energies. But the fact of the matter is, I do believe in fate and destiny. I do. I also think that they only take you so far. It will present you an opportunity, a doorway, a path to walk. But it's up to you to use your own free will to decide how you're going to act, what you're going to say, what you're going to do, so on and so forth. Because you are the grand maestro of your own destiny. You have full autonomy, full free will, and you are co-creating your story between you and whatever forces may be. God, universe, spirits, your higher self, or just life. So don't ever give your power up to a tarot reading. It's meant to help guide and be like a tool to utilize when you're making your own decisions. You are the grand maestro of your own destiny. So having said that, let's get into the pre-shuffle. Oh, but first, let me put this down. This is part of the pre-shuffle, but if you don't want to necessarily hear the meditation and the dream interpretation in just the pre-shuffle, I'll put these cards down. It won't take too long. You'll know when I'm talking about the pre-shuffle when I pick the cards back up. So, last night I was doing my meditative session and I said, what messages can I give my collective for the weekend coming forward? What is something that they need to hear? What is something that they want to hear? What is something that would be good for them to hear? And when I went to bed at night, I dreamt about doing that reading. I dreamt I was sitting at my table and across the table from me was what I interpreted as the collective. It was this beautiful kind of misty, vaguely humanoid figure sitting at the other end of the table asking me, are they my soulmate? Are they my twin flame? Are they my divine counterpart? And so I picked up my cards in the dream and I shuffled, and the Lover's card came out. And so I said, this card represents another person seeing you, feeling you, knowing you on a level that no other people have. Immediately seeing you for who you are. They are eye to eye, heart to heart, soul to soul. This is someone that when you come into contact with them, there's just an unconscious, a soul knowing. This isn't just about good looks, hot chemistry, and a good time. This is about deep vulnerability, recognizing the energy resonates with you. And that person asked me, well, how will I know? So then I got the same deck of cards and I shuffled, and a card came out and it was the Lover's card again from the same deck. And so I said, wow, this is amazing. I separated the cards on the tables like this and I said, this side represents one of the part of the connection, the other side is the other, these two lover cards. This means that for a long time you felt that you were meant for something, that you were searching for something, some answer, some fulfillment, that you weren't sure what you were looking for, but you were looking for it. Like you're meant to do something, meant to experience something, meant to be part of something. You've had relationships that were happy, that were full of joy and contentment, but there was something even deeper that you were hoping to achieve, to acquire, to be part of your life, your heart, your soul. And then my dream querent said, can you tell me more? So I picked up my deck of cards and I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And again, third time, another Lover's card. So 3 Lover's card. And I looked up at the person and I said, this isn't the first time that you all existed on the same timeline. You have lived and loved for many lifetimes. And then I woke up. And when I woke up, I had the lyric from a song that I still don't know the name of the song, but I know that the artist's last name is Perry, Perri, and the lyric is, I've loved you for 1,000 years, and I'll love you for 1,000 more. One step closer. Now, it's not necessarily my genre of music, but I'm familiar with it because I have siblings. And that's the lyric that kept coming through. This is what made me feel like I needed to do a twin flame soulmate divine counterpart reading. So let's get into the pre-shuffle. I'm going to be using these Love Oracles by Island Time Wellness. Woo! So we're going to pick 3 cards as... No. We're doing pre-shuffle, so I'm going to cut the deck bottom and middle. Sorry. For a second, I forgot what I was doing. Okay. So we're going to cut the deck. And then we've got palm tree and lightning. So palm tree is stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. And then here we have sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. Hello, are we talking about a tower moment in this connection? Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, I'm being told to hold it like this. Hold on, I've got to switch hands. First of all, I'm being told to hold it like this. Tower moment that creates stability. I said it. Oh my goodness. If this is going the way I think it is, you may want to check out the spring equinox reading I did yesterday. But this tower moment energy with this stability, creating long-standing, like permanence, endurance, it reminds me of that Marilyn Monroe quote, sometimes good things have to come apart so that better things can come together. I think that's how it goes. Oh no, sometimes good things fall apart so that better things can be put together. Something like that. So, for you, collective, you and your counterpart have been going through some serious changes, some serious deep revelations. And there is a portion of you that is learning to let go of things. Whatever was in their life before, whether it's an attachment, maybe you or they had a particular end goal in mind. Maybe you were attached to the comfort of a relationship, a living situation, a job, whatever it is. There's this feeling of understanding when to let go. So there's something about the collective, on both sides of this divine counterpart reading energy. Both of you are realizing that certain things need to fall apart, that need to be broken down. Tower moments are getting rid of things that no longer serve you so that better things can be born, built, welcomed, rebirthed, however you want to think about it. Okay, let's cut from here. Then we have coffee cup and clock. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted. Friendship needs time, takes time. Sorry, clock. Needs time, takes time, time to heal, progress. These two things together is take the time to build a real friendship. We have a society that, we have like Tinder and Bumble and all those dating apps and stuff like that. And people base who they date on the attractiveness of their face and physique. And that's all well and good. I'm not denying that I don't recognize a handsome face and a fine form. I'm not saying that, but obviously there's more to it. And what this is asking is when you come into union, when you are setting the foundations with your divine counterpart, take time. This is not something to be rushed into. Y'all just had some serious tower moments. some serious shit to get through. Now is the time to build that friendship and continue to heal. Build the friendship and continue to heal. All right. So normally I only do that twice, but I'm being told to do it. Oh, we have a real volunteer. So I'm going to go ahead and read that out. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Woo! Okay. So in you and your divine counterpart slowly coming into union, and I do mean slowly, this is not something that's to be rushed. There are going to be distractions, and what I'm hearing right now is it's a test, not from each other, but from the universe. The universe is sending in distractions, whether they be seductions, addictions, work, family, friends, past lovers, whatever it is. They're bringing in these things to see if you're actually ready to be in union with your person. The universe is not going to play about it. They need to make sure that you are ready to be in union with this person. Wow, that was a lot. But I'm still going to do the third cut for the deck. Okay, so let's look at what we have here. So we have addiction and love call, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. And then we have love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Okay, so in this union, when you're, or in pursuit of this union, while you're getting to know each other, while you are slowly building that friendship, one of you in this situation may be having, the hurdle of addiction or some substance abuse. That perhaps you leaned on as like a crutch, as like when you felt lost and alone, it was a comfort to drown out feelings or to remove yourself from the feeling, to feel numb. I'm also getting this feeling that there is a recreational substance, whether it be alcohol or drugs, that this person, take it as it resonates, you or the person you're connected with, uses in order to be honest, like the term liquid courage. I'm not condoning that. I'm saying this is what I feel like. This person is the most honest about how they feel when they have something on board. That's not to say that their feelings aren't genuine, but this is a test for them from the universe. How their test from the universe is, can you truly open up your heart, your soul, and your mind to this person who is your counterpart without that? So that's the pre-shuffle. I'm going to be using the KIPPER deck to, get energy on both sides to see what's going on. So we'll say, counterpart 1 and 2, take it as it resonates. I'll just go forward and you can decide where you want to put your energy and where it reflects your partner's energy. Okay, we're getting stubborn. I'm hearing one more, then take from the top if it doesn't pop out. There we go. Oh, there's 2. So we have privileged lady and sudden wealth. So privileged lady with sudden wealth. Yes, we could be talking about someone who comes from money, or at least comes from a certain level of financial stability. But for some reason, I'm feeling like this sudden wealth could also speak to a sudden wealth of spiritual alignment. Privileged lady is in the sense that I'm looking at this person dressed in white. And something about that made me think, maybe they have a certain level of wealth in spirituality. Yes, it could be that this person comes from a stable home that will at least say is financially comfortable. But I can't ignore the fact that what I heard was there's a certain level of spiritual wealth that this person has. And when it's privileged, it's like almost like they were born with this. So we may be someone in the connection. Let me see if I can fit both of them up here. Someone in this connection, on this side of the connection, may have been born into a certain level of financial stability by the obvious, but there's also other forms of wealth. And so when I saw the white, I was thinking like the white dress and the white gazebo in the back. It made me think of like spiritual wealth. And the privilege is that they grew up like this. This is not something that one day they had spiritual wealth. It's like they always had spiritual wealth. They always had this ability. This person may have been empathic. This person may be empathic. Maybe they're good at reading people. I'm also hearing there's also the wealth of connection. Yes, again, the obvious. They could come from a family that is financially sound. Yes, they could have spiritual wealth and abundance, and they were born like that. Like from a little kid, they were very empathic and understood the feelings and emotions of older people without anyone having to say anything. But there's also that there's a certain level of wealth of connection. Like they have a good, solid support system around them. People who love them, people who are invested in them, people who care about them. This seems like someone who has a very magnetic personality. And again, not because they're flashy or gregarious, simply because they have a natural, maybe a wealth of abundance. And I don't mean financial, although, like I said, it could be the very obvious what we're seeing here. So let's see the other side of that connection. What are we dealing with on the other side of the connection? So we have main female. I'm going to do one more because the other side had two. Let me put this down here so I can see how much room I have. And child. Okay, so this energy with main female and child is this other energy here. Take it as it resonates. The gender doesn't matter. It's more about energy, but just take the story as it resonates. With this side, we have a person who has possibly a very sound financial home and childhood and current living situation. But again, I'm hearing an abundance of wealth. Yes. An abundance of spirituality. Yes. An abundance of abundance. Yes. Like this person just naturally, and let me be clear, this person doesn't seem like they have any sort of arrogance about them. This is a very humble energy, but they are privileged in the sense that they may come from a stable home. They may have been empathic or sensitive from a very early age, and it's something that's helped them move through life to understand and be empathic and sympathetic to people. And also because of that, they make a lot of friends, and they keep a lot of friends because of the fact that they kind of just innately understand people for who they truly are, not for who they present. Now on this side with main female and child, this makes me feel like there is a partner energy on this side. And of course we have child, so there is a very real possibility that this counterpart has offspring, whether it's one child or children. And again, with this main female energy, this makes me feel like, well, I've got to say it, this person may be in a relationship, while this side is single and in a relationship. Empathic, comes from a certain type of wealth, whether it's spiritual support or traditional monetary. They grew up empathic. They have people that love and care about them, not because of what they can give, but how they can see them for who they truly are. And on this side, it feels like someone is possibly in a relationship, and in that relationship, there is the concern or the involvement of offspring, whether or not your counterpart has children or a child, or the person that they're involved with has a children or a child. Okay, we're going to grab one more from the KIPPER deck. Okay, so we have occupation. Oh, we've got two for this side. So we have occupation, and pathway. And I'm not even sure why this speaks to be so much of a spiritual path, but I mean, look at it. This person, okay, we'll just put down right here. This person's occupation is one that is connected to a certain level of spirituality. That is the path that they've chosen for themselves. And it doesn't mean that this person has to be a Reiki healer or an intuitive reader. It could be something like they're in the medical field. They could be a counselor. They could be a social worker. Someone that puts a lot of their energy and spirituality and their general love of humanity into what they do. That's the type of person that they are. The pathway that I just heard with this pathway card, they've chosen the pathway to enlightenment. They want to raise their vibration. They want to operate with more love and more acceptance. That's what they strive for. That's what they want to make that's how they want to exist in the world. Let's see about this person. One more, or it takes from the top. There we go. So we have concern. Let me get another card to flesh that out more, because I have something that Spirit is already telling me. Okay, I'll just say it. With 33, if that's a spiritual number, just like I just realized, just like the 11 card. So, oh boy. So 33, angel number. If that resonates for you and you're resonating with this side, look into the angel number 33. Angel number 11, if that resonates with you, look into that. That's your spiritual message. And there's no reason why I should be looking at it like this, but I am. I just saw 11 is a spiritual number on this side, and 33 is a spiritual number on that side. Them together is 44, which is a spiritual number, obviously. But 4s represents 11. It just, okay, I'm sorry. Stream of consciousness. If that makes sense to you, if that speaks to you, if this is you, look up 33. If this is you, look up 11. If you want to know what your energies are like together, look up 44. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so now we have courthouse. Okay. For some reason, this feels like this person is legally tied to the person that they're involved with. They don't have to be, but the amount, I've just heard growing concern. So this energy feels free. Sorry, I keep shaking the camera. This energy feels free, single, focusing on self, focusing on their spiritual pathway, their healing pathway, their pathway that it connects them with other people. They have a natural abundance, whether or not it is wealth and spirituality or the boon of having lots of people who care about them. And on this side, we have someone that perhaps is in now I want to be like they are in a relationship. They have feelings. I mean, you all are counterparts. They have big feelings. But they may have a child, or the person they're involved with may have a child, and there is concern about how to do this. What is the right way to do this? How is the right way to handle the situation? There is deep contemplative energy going into, what the hell do I do with this situation? I'm over here looking at that side. This single person right here, the single counterpart, is focusing on themselves, doing what they need to do. Focusing on themselves, elevating themselves, loving themselves, pursuing their life path. And by them focusing on themselves is making or eliciting a response on this side, the one that seems to be involved with someone, to change their situation, to uplift. And that's not to say that they've communicated to each other, like this person didn't call this person and say, hey, you need to figure out the situation with that person. But there is the energy of this energy focusing so much on self that it's making this person be like, what do I really want? contemplative energy. What do I really want? Is this really where I want to be? Is this making me happy? What is the right way for me to go about this with this courthouse energy? This also could be, whether or not this energy that they are with, that there's a child concern, were they considering being like legally attached to each other? Like, were they thinking about marriage? Are they married? Are they engaged? There's something about what is the right way to do this. Am I actually happy with it? And the concern is, how do I also consider, how this affects a child or children in the situation? Let me get one more card, because now I'm like, what is going on? One more card for this counterpart. Always with the 2. Okay. So we have thoughts and coffin in reverse. So I'm going to go with thoughts. And look at this. This person and that person. It seems like the same person. This person who has a wealth of spirituality, that has been empathic since they were young, is trying to make their life path, the main path that they walk, trying to make it how they appear in the world, how they show up in the world. That's what they want for their life. But they can feel this person thinking about them. They can feel it. And what they can feel is that this person feels like it's not over between you two. The thoughts that this counterpart is having about that counterpart is this connection is not done yet. I'm going to put this like this, because it's actually, I'm going to do like this. How about that? Because that connects those two. This is a bridge. Okay, let's get one more card on this side. Okay. Change. Absolutely. Let me move these over a little bit. This person is, remember I was like, how do I do this? Am I happy? What's the right way to do this? How can I change my situation? This person is represented here, thinking about that person. This person focusing on self, focusing on their life path, focusing on healing, focusing on the abundance that they're creating, that they were born into, that they had the privilege of having, working with what they have, and trying to make healing and connection and spiritual paths their main path, how they want to show up on this earth, how they want to show up with people, can feel their divine counterpart thinking about them. This person is in a whole other relationship. Somewhere in that involves a child, whether it be theirs or their partner's. And there's concern about whether or not this is the right place for them. This courthouse being like, is this right for me? How can I responsibly, legally, for the betterment of my own soul, how can I change my situation? How can I move towards something that I think is not over yet? Okay, so that is the basic energy of this counterpart reading. So let's get some romance cards. What does this side think? How are they feeling? Let's get these romance cards. Again, I'm feeling a deep emphasis on self, like self-healing. And it's not that they've cut themselves off. I do need to clarify that, because I feel someone worrying. This is not this counterpart forgetting about that counterpart. This is this counterpart worrying about themselves and doing for themselves. Okay? Yes, they're single. I mean, I think I don't know if the cards said that to anybody else, but to me, I felt they were single. But this is a confirmation that this person is, in fact, single. Um, and even if it's in this purplish grayish kind of hue, um, I don't get that this is a longing energy. This is a, what's the word I'm pondering? Contemplative. I feel like this single card energy is more contemplative than it appears. I'm feeling like this person is definitely thinking about their own life, how they want to show up, like I said previously. But also, there is some, this contemplative energy. They're wondering if they're okay. They're working on themselves. They're healing themselves. They're focusing on themselves. They haven't forgot about their counterpart, but there are moments of contemplation that they wonder, are they okay? Are they healing themselves? Let's see what else we have. Oh, we've got 2. 3. Okay. Okay, so the first one is forever. Oh boy. This side feels like this counterpart is someone that they can build a life with, someone that they can take those vows with, someone that is I don't want to say their end goal, because that's not it, because they're focusing on themselves, but there is this feeling that they are content with how their life is going, how they're healing, but that doesn't change the fact that they have feelings and connection and hoping that they're okay, hoping that they're healing, and hoping that one day, in divine timing, that they can come together and be this beautiful, beautiful soul connection. This beautiful iteration of 2 humans coming together and enjoying life in the purest forms of love and spirituality and understanding. The second card that came out was forgive. So, because this person is on a spiritual path, there's something that happened in the past that perhaps causes this counterpart concern about whether or not they would forgive. But I get the inkling that, again, because of the type of person this is someone who has always been very conscious of how people's lives unfurl, the things that they've gone through, the trauma and the wounds that they've endured. They also recognize that people need to take responsibility for their own healing as adults. Again, this contemplative energy is, I wonder if they're doing okay. I wonder if they're healing. I hope that they're healing. I hope that they're doing okay. Like, I hold no ill will. I'm focusing on myself. I'm healing myself. I'm pursuing my life path, and I hope they're doing the same for themselves, because one day, perhaps in divine timing, this is something that we can build a forever with. Third card out was loyalty. I mean, I'm not trying to be any type of way, but this person seems like a cinnamon roll, like just a pure soul, like just someone who is, ooh, I just heard they've gone through their struggles too. I'm sorry, Spirit. I'm sorry, this is me talking to Spirit. I'm not saying that they haven't experienced their own darkness of the soul or dark nights of the soul in their own shadow, but like what I'm seeing someone who is just so loving, so, I don't know how to describe it, just like a little cupcake, a little cinnamon roll. So, oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted because I was apologizing to Spirit. Yes, this person has a certain level of loyalty to this person. an intense love loyalty. But that love loyalty I just heard doesn't mean that they are sitting in the dark and crying and waiting for them. They are focusing on themselves. They are healing. They're trying to build a future for themselves that doesn't rely on anyone else but themselves. But they're, again, this contemplative energy is, I hope they're doing okay. I hope they're healing. I'm not mad at them. You know, when the time is right, we'll come into union in divine timing. I will always love this person. That is not up for debate. I will always love this person. But that doesn't mean that I'm putting my life on hold. I have things to do, goals to accomplish, dreams to accomplish, things to live up to for myself. And when they're ready. That's kind of how it feels. Let me move these around so that I can fit them in. Well, this will fit down here. Okay, let me just put these down here. And let me move that up a little bit like there. And then I'll do that there. Okay, that should be good. I'm running out of space, but we'll make it work. Okay, that'll work. All right. So now let's move on to this side. So we have this person who is focused on healing, is focused on their life path number. Ooh, maybe that is not a mistake. For those of you who may or may not know your life path number, check out your life path number. That may shed some light on this reading. Their life path for themselves, and they are deeply contemplative about their life, where they're going, how it's shaping up. They're not worrying. I said worrying, so maybe some of you are worrying, but contemplative. Are they doing okay? Are they healing? I hope they're happy. I wish the best for them. There is a certain amount of love loyalty. This person will never not love this person. This is what it feels like. Whatever problems or issues they had in the past, this person is a healer. This person naturally is sensitive to the things that people have gone through, understanding that they do have the responsibility to manage it and take care of it as an adult, but won't begrudge someone for the hard life that they may have had. And they do believe that this is their person, that when they're ready, in divine timing, whenever that means, their union will be beautiful and it will be one that lasts. They're not putting their life on hold. They're living their life. They are happy. They are doing for themselves. But they will never not love this person. Okay, counterpart on this side. So we have affection. Oh, I put this under change too. I originally was going to put it over here, but I started from the center because, okay. Take it as it resonates. This person who is in this connection with someone else that may or may not involve a child or children is having increasing concerns about whether or not this is right for them. You know, what should they do? They need to do the right thing, the responsible thing, the right thing, because they want to change. And what they want from that change is genuine affection. There is something that is making me feel like the person that they're with isn't demonstrative about their affection, or maybe they don't even have that oomph in their relationship. Maybe it's more of a roommate situation. That's a weird thing to say, but it feels like that. The concern they're having is whether or not this is the right thing to do, the responsible thing to do. How can I go about it the right way? Because this person is thinking about that person. Coffin in reverse. This is not, to them, this relationship, this connection, this love is not over. They haven't given up on it. They still want it to happen. What they want for change is genuine affection, genuine warmth, genuine concern. Oh, I got leap of faith. They want, okay, this, I feel this change is, I heard that Sam Cooke song. It's a long time coming, but change is going to come. I think that's the name of it. By Sam Cooke. It's been a long time coming, But change is going to come. I think that's the lyric. I will link it in the description if you want to hear it, if you want to read the lyrics. It may just be that lyric that applies to this, but I will still link it in the description box if you need it. They are willing to take this step to change their situation. They want to invest in this. There is situations to consider. There is energy to consider. There's something they have to make sure they do it the right way, the responsible way, the moral way, I'm hearing. But change is what they're pursuing because they want genuine affection and they're ready to take a chance that this connection that they feel is not over, that they still feel incredibly in tune to, that it is not over for this person as well. Which, spoiler alert, it isn't over for them. They have love loyalty. So this person's over here thinking, I'm going to love this person forever. I'm always going to have love for this person, this deep love. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to heal. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to be happy. But I will always hold space for this person and always love them. I'm not waiting on them, but I will always love them. This person still loves this person, wants to be with this person, is trying to find the right, the moral, the responsible and just way to kind of close out a situation that is no longer working for them. And to change so they can experience the genuine, true, warm affection of this counterpart. They're ready to take that leap of faith. Heartbroken. Okay, yeah, no, I get it. This may reflect with only a few of you, but this heartbroken is speaking to me as in they are heartbroken that they made the wrong decision. They feel like they've picked the wrong path. And this is why there's concern over how do I change my situation? How do I go about this the right, responsible, and moral way? Take it as it resonates. There may have been a point between these two counterparts where they could have come together and this side pulled away, ghosted. Maybe there was a point between these two counterparts that there was the opportunity that this person stepped up and said, let's try, let's make this happen, let's make this work. And this person went to meet them and then pulled back. This person moved on with their life, kept trying to focus. That's not to say they weren't hurt, but moved on with their life, found happiness, focused on self. And this person tried to fill the gap with another person. That ultimately now they're in a position where now they're like, maybe this isn't what I should have done. Maybe I'm not happy here. Or maybe this isn't what I should have done. I am not happy here. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm not getting the support, the love, the camaraderie, the friendship that I would have had if I would have chose this person. I'm heartbroken over it. They're heartbroken that they have to hide their affection for you because it would cause problems here. Because they haven't figured out how to get out. Oh my gosh. There is a movie quote. It's from the movie Mansfield Park. And a character is reading a poem called The Starling. And in that poem, that starling is saying, I can't get out. I can't get out. And this person's heartbroken over the fact that they should have taken the opportunity to come into union when they had the chance. Instead, they pulled away. This person just kept moving forward in life as you can only do. And they decided to connect themselves with other people. I do feel like this is not the first person that they've connected with, but there are several people they connected with to try to encapsulate the same kind of level of love that they would have had with their counterpart. And it doesn't feel the same. And this time they're like, I need to change this. I'm heartbroken that I made the wrong decision. This is what this feels like. last card is Metamorphosis. They are absolutely 100% ready for a change. Absolutely 100% ready for a change. And not even that they're ready for a change. I think maybe perhaps throughout this relationship, as it progressed, as they grew, perhaps they had a spiritual awakening, and that in essence, how they viewed their life, how they viewed this connection, where they're like, nope, this connection is not gone. It's not dead. We are still connected. I still love them. And I think they still love me. I'm looking at things different. It's a certain metamorphosis, a certain transformation, a change that they went through that's making them think right now, how can I change my situation? How can I do it in the right, moral, and fair way to remove myself or to change my situation in order to align me with my counterpart? So, I mean, the basics of this, we have a single counterpart who can feel their energy. We have a counterpart that is in what seems like a karmic situation that is trying to change, that believes that this connection is not over, that it's not at an end, that it's not dead, that it's still there. And what I can see from the cards is these two people still absolutely love each other, but we're waiting. No, let me rephrase that. In divine timing, this person will recognize when and how they need to make whatever moves so that they can put themselves in alignment with their counterpart. So for those of you who wanted an update, one of you is focusing on self, truly loves this person at a soul level. There is love, loyalty that will never be lost. Your counterpart is stuck in a situation that they recognize is not for them, and they're trying to figure out how to go about changing their situation in the right, moral, and just way, the responsible way, so that they can take that leap of faith instead of running away when the offer was made, staying there and being like, this is new and exciting, and maybe I'm getting nervous and I'm starting to shake, but it's because you're getting closer in union with the person that you are soul connected to. Instead of running away like they did in previous iterations, I think now they're ready to stand strong. I feel like union between these two energies is not that long off. And in relative terms, I'm not saying like tomorrow, but I'm saying that I feel like both energies are well on their way to reuniting. I want to do one love oracle for the both of them. Okay. So we have divine intervention and soulmate. Divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural karma. Twin flame, soul contract, soul connection, past life. Like the divine intervention, I feel like is this moment right here for this person. This trying to figure out how to do it the right way, the responsible way to change their situation. Divine intervention. I said earlier that perhaps this person has gone through like a spiritual awakening. This for me is confirmation, and the confirmation that this connection is not ended, is not dead. It hasn't waned or any of that kind of stuff is represented here. I think both sides of this divine counterpart are starting to really trust in divine timing, and by them relinquishing any sense of like, I've got to control this situation. They're focusing on trying to make their individual lives better, and thus closing the gap between them and union. I feel like this is going to be, it's making it hard for me to breathe a little bit. My heart space is like tightening. I think this is going to be a beautiful union when it finally is able to actualize. I can't say that it's going to be here tomorrow or even next month, but you and your counterpart are well on your way to reunion. And that is the reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for letting me read this very intense energy. And I don't know what else to say. I'm actually kind of taken aback by this reading. So I'll just leave it here for it to marinate with you. My name is Angel. This is Rabbit and Moon Tarot. And I will see you at the next reading.